2 years ago, 8-year-old Hiawayi Robinson went missing from her Pritchard apartment complex. The community rallied together, forming a massive search effort to look for Hiawayi. Her father, Hiawatha, eating his own plea for her return.
All I ask for, please return her. That's all we ask.
2 days after she went missing, her body was found lying on the side of Rebel Road in Pritchard. 3 months later, her father, Hiawatha, was arrested for her murder.
The facts will show that while engaging in sodomy in the first degree, Hiawatha Robinson Jr. caused the death of Hiawayi Robinson.
Hiawatha addressed the district attorney's office and Hawaii's mother's family. He told them that he could not say sorry for something he did not do. He said, quote, "You took me away from my friends, family, and fishing trips, all on a lie." Hawaii's mother said his statement was hard to listen to.
It was hard. It spoke for him, the type of person he is.
Hiawayi Robinson was born September 24, 2005, to Yusha Populus and Hiawatha Robinson Jr. She was a fearless, joyful blessing to her family, who loved princesses and Hello Kitty. On September 16, 2014, shortly before her 9th birthday, the third grader headed off to her cousin's apartment, which was just a few doors down in the same apartment complex, St. Stephen's Woods, in Pritchard, Alabama. According to her grandmother, Hiawayi came home from school around 3:30 p.m., changed her clothes, since it was raining that day, and spoke to her father on the phone for approximately 17 minutes before heading out. She told her grandmother that her father was there and was going to give her $150 for her upcoming birthday. Hawaii's cousin was not home at the time. Her grandmother said Hawaii's father began calling approximately 20 or so minutes later, wanting to know where his daughter was. He called 3 times within an hour-and-a-half time period. 911 was called at 9:58 p.m. that evening to report her missing. No Amber Alert had been issued, however, due to all guidelines not having been met. The next day, along with hundreds of volunteers, the Pritchard PD, U.S. Marshals, and the FBI began searching for Hiawayi. They used canine and aerial units to assist in the search as well as walking the ground. The following day around noon, a city public works employee found her body amongst a pile of trash off Rebel Road, about a mile from her home. She was partially clothed and one arm was resting on a painted cross that was in the pile of garbage. The area where Hiawayi was found is overgrown with grass and typically used as a dumping ground for garbage, including appliances. Law enforcement collected 2 clear hair beads, hair, and some black duct tape during their search of the scene for evidence. Hawaii's hair was in braids, each holding several clear hair beads. One braid in her hair appeared to have come apart to where some of the beads had fallen out. Semen was found on Hawaii's shirt, but it was contaminated and could not be used due to being exposed to the weather and outside elements. Investigators, including FBI agents, began trying to retrace Hawaii's steps after she went missing. Videos were retrieved from 2 businesses located in a strip mall at St. Stephen's and Bear Fork Roads, close to where Hiawayi lived. Surveillance video from one store showed a red sport utility vehicle turn left onto Bear Fork Road from St. Stephen's Road at 4:03 p.m. The SUV went out of the view of the camera after making the turn. Hiawayi Robinson Jr. was driving his girlfriend's red Chevrolet Tahoe the day of Hawaii's disappearance. During interviews with law enforcement, he initially admitted it was the vehicle he was driving that day, but later retracted his statement. He also lied about where he was during the time frame, but his cell phone records proved his phone pinged off of a cell tower near the location where Hawaii's body was found. Shortly thereafter, you can see Hiawayi round the corner of the Best Future convenience store from the same direction where the SUV last was seen on camera. Video from inside the store shows Hiawayi talking to a woman in line and buying Reese's peanut butter cups. She was observed leaving the store at 4:10 p.m., walking in the same direction that she came from, the same direction that the SUV was last seen on video. The vehicle was then seen heading south on Bear Fork Road at 4:11 p.m. During a search of the vehicle by the FBI, a clear hair bead was found as well as some black duct tape. Law enforcement obtained a warrant to search Hiawayi's girlfriend's home. They were able to retrieve footage from her home surveillance system, including from inside the home from September 16th. It showed Robinson Jr. leaving the house at 3:20 p.m. and not returning until 7:01 p.m., going between the house and the SUV 4 times in the rain. One trip, he took 2 pieces of clothing out of the SUV and put them in the laundry room. The video shows Robinson holding a pair of pants in a manner to which he is trying not to get anything on him, according to investigators. The pants were not found during the search of the home. All evidence was sent for testing. Testing of the hair taken from the scene and the samples taken from the Tahoe also came back inconclusive. Hiawayi Robinson has told officers multiple stories about the last time he saw his daughter during his 5 interviews, including telling a coworker that he was going to see his daughter the afternoon of September 16th to give her some money for her birthday. A different time he claimed he had last seen her on September 12th. Though cooperative at first, Robinson eventually stopped answering law enforcement's questions. Investigators learned that Hiawayi used to work at an auto body shop on Rebel Road. It is now abandoned. The same property where Hiawayi was found is owned by Robinson Jr.'s best friend, to whom he made a call the day his daughter disappeared. In early December 2014, Hiawayi Robinson Jr. was arrested and charged with capital murder and sodomy in the first degree and placed in the Mobile Metro Jail under a $500,000 bail. He was reportedly unusually calm during his arrest. His charge of capital murder was downgraded during trial to felony murder, making him ineligible for the death penalty. According to medical examiners, Hawaii's official cause of death was positional asphyxiation, which is defined as a form of asphyxia which occurs when someone's position prevents the person from breathing adequately. Robinson's trial started in late August of 2016. Though the prosecution had all circumstantial evidence as opposed to direct evidence tying Robinson to the murder, the judge stated it should carry as much weight. His defense team suggested the killer was part of a cult due to Hawaii's legs being positioned to look like the number 7, even mentioning the cross her little arm rested on, looking, quote, ritualistic. They also tried attacking her mother's dating history, suggesting that anyone she dated could have been the perpetrator. On day 5 of the trial, Robinson fainted as he came into the courtroom. Doctors said his fainting was likely caused by stress and anxiety. During the trial, prosecutor Jennifer Wright also told jurors that 2 psychologists would testify to an apparent history of sexual abuse suffered by the victim. The prosecution says an autopsy revealed Hiawayi Robinson was a victim of sexual abuse before she died and in the past. On September 8, 2016, jurors only took 3 hours to find Hiawayi Robinson Jr. guilty of murdering 8-year-old Hiawayi Robinson. Sentencing was scheduled to occur October 12th, where he faced a sentence of 20 years to life, with prosecution asking for a life sentence. He was ultimately sentenced to 100 years in prison. He currently resides in a correctional facility in Elmore, Alabama. In the wake of Hawaii's death, Alabama lawmakers passed an alert system law that requires law enforcement agencies to publicize every time a child goes missing, even if the details are limited. With the now 2-year-old law having few limitations, the worry is that the public might begin taking missing child alerts less seriously if their social media feeds are constantly flooded with them. However, the added exposure has helped solve several missing children's cases. It has also become a deterrent for children considering running away from home, because the consequences are much greater since they have to report every missing child case that comes into their office. Thank you for watching Justice Calls. Are you listening?